Yo, Flips, what's up? It's good to see you all. Thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. We're going to have an exciting one. It's part 2. Woo. So if you missed part 1, description in the link below. Anyway, we have Michael, Khan, Luca, Brian, Dave, PJ, and Roger in the house. How you guys doing?
No, you haven't got Luke anymore. I think he's left. I think Luke's
Did he
left
run off?
because
Yeah, Luca.
yeah, well, he's been running off. He did it earlier on. He
He's
ran
still
off.
here.
Well, we was meant to make a show for him tomorrow on my morning coffee for Roger to have a conversation with him, and he put in private chat while I was announcing it because he was all up for it. That's why he came on the morning show. And while I was announcing it, he put in private chat, "Can we reschedule?" So I said, "Oh, okay, right, we can reschedule if you want." Then he says, "Yeah, okay." I'm like, "Well, you don't really want to do this, do you?" By the sounds of it, he's like, "Well, no."
Oh, anyway, he did leave
the anything you don't want to do, and then I think something's been said to him. He just totally turned around just like that and didn't want to talk to Roger. From being keen to being, that was it. No.
Well, he left. So yeah, guys, everybody in chat, you can stay.
Yeah.
Lucas left. Well, thank you for coming, guys. Please hit the likes, share the show. Glad you could all make it. Okay, so, what did you guys think of part 1, though?
Well, obviously Joe does what he does, man. He's definitely one with truth there, without a doubt. I just hoping that MCToon. Well, I'm saying I'm hoping it's without a doubt he's going to play up, and he's got to be a kid. But Joe's the one with the truth there. Sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we ended the show with showing level. And,
that's right.
Showing MCToon doesn't even know what the definition of level is.
Never
does. It's good to see you guys all in the YouTube lands and everywhere on other platforms. Thank you guys for coming. Please hit the likes, share the show. And I want to say thank you for everybody being here. You guys rock. Okay, let's get this party started.
Yeah.
Let's get it started.
And anyway, I wouldn't have been able to stream last night, guys. The power was off anyway, so I'm glad it did work out the way it did.
Well, we had a show. We had a show. It was all right. There was a few interruptions and stuff. Harry came down, didn't he? So
I downloaded it. I started listening to it today. I just didn't get through it though.
Yeah, got it.
So you don't have your. Sorry.
I've just got to say, I've got a premiere coming out with me and Vicky reacting to Peter Markley saying that flat earthers are cult. Basically, he was saying flat earthers are cult, but most of it was really about bloody flats, to be honest. So we reacted to that. It's all recorded. I'm just putting the music and that to it, and I'll either get it out tonight, as in after a few hours after flats is finished, or it'll be tomorrow afternoon for me, like 2 p.m. or something like that. But it'll be out.
Guys, do not miss that premiere.
Definitely
something to watch. It's
a
video. It's a video that they're reacting to, which I don't know how they reacted though. But all I know is the way I reacted was like, "What the hell did I just watch?"
Yeah. Vicky got triggered. Vicky got very triggered.
Everybody should review Vicky's TikTok. Her last one.
Yeah, guys, if you haven't already, do subscribe to Vicky on TikTok as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some content there. Really awesome. Okay, let's get to it. Let's see how MCToon does what he usually does the best. Lie.
Nice.
To the shape of the Earth today. The definition of level, you're right. If you look in Webster, or Merriam-Webster, the definition of level in the adjective, which is the descriptor, right, describing something, the very first one.
It describes as horizontal. And it describes a level water as not having any parts higher or lower than the other. So it following the liquid curved part of the water means there's no curve, MCToon, because curve doesn't horizontal doesn't curve.
The word wizardry worked on him.
Hi.
Yeah, exactly. Just to recap, guys. Let's quickly show this. Just to recap quickly. I got on screen, correct? Okay, I'm just going to quickly show. This was one thing we pointed out. a line of surface that cuts perpendicularly all plumb lines, okay, that hence would everywhere coincide with the surface of still water. That tells you water at rest means it's horizontal. Okay, just have to point that out. Then we get to where he wants to go. Okay, a verb, flat or level, he wants the adjective. This is what he's talking about. Conforming to the curvature of liquid parts of the Earth's surface. Notice, guys, what does it say in B? Parallel to the plane of the horizon, horizontal. And did we not just see it said water, when at rest, does not have curvature?
Mm-hmm.
I can't help but think that ballers have had something to do with adding that in.
They did add this off.
Yeah,
So it wasn't always there.
It gets contradicted straight after.
I
But-
agree. I go.
But the thing is, they don't understand. Even this contradiction can be read as means there's no curvature of liquid. Because if you read every single part of this definition, from the noun to the verb to the adjective, there's no curving water. In fact, it says water is horizontal when at rest.
And that's called a horizontal line, which is straight.
Ah. But yeah, it's quite simple. MCToon doesn't understand horizontals don't curve. And he's been told this before. No, it doesn't. Is that what we just read?
Well, wow. Don't
No.
quote you in this, but then you put it down.
Yeah. That's not what we just read, though. Well done, MCToon. So we can take that as a lie.
Mhm.
I think this is like what the third or fourth lie we've caught him saying since this debate started, and this is at a church, by the way, guys.
Aye.
Aye.
Mm-hmm. Aye.
Can't hear out.
Oh yeah, no sound.
No sound.
No
No
sound.
sound. Of course, it was Toon talking, so that's really not a problem.
Luca, you crack me up.
I'm gonna remove this thing, and
Oh my
let's try
God, it went away. It's disappeared.
Sometimes that happens, and you have to just get rid of it, then do it again, and it works.
Okay, let's try this again. I'm gonna go back like a few seconds.
I'm talking about the Earth
There you
as
go.
curved.
All right.
Now, flat
No idea.
is a better word, and that's what you really want. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't make sense to
you really
play
want.
word games, definition games, right? Because
Bit jittery, ain't it? Mm.
Yes, it does make sense because words mean things.
Words have meanings. I
Oh,
agree.
aye. It's weird that. It's weird that.
none of that changes the shape of the Earth, right? The Earth is the shape it is, whether the definition of level means flat or curve. So go
Yes.
measure it.
So he's saying definitions don't matter.
Of course.
Is that his argument?
Probably.
Well, how would you measure the Earth without a level?
Yeah. And last time I checked level.
How would you measure it without a tape measure?
Water. You throw a rope over the side of a boat and shit.
And Captain Nuts,
No, but we'd rather predict it. We'd rather just predict it rather than measure it.
you know.
Yeah, I mean, calculations are not measurements. They've been told this as well. So they do know the difference.
Luke has been
They
smoking
still
crack.
just don't get it.
Luke is smoking
Yeah,
crack.
Yeah.
Level can curve. Yeah, man, you need to put down that crack pipe, bro.
Yeah.
Go to crack GPT for your answers.
Or at least get some of that better crack that doesn't have all that.
We just read the definition. Level doesn't curve. Horizontals don't curve.
You're saying that words have definitions, as in absolutes.
But scientists don't know what they're talking about.
Wow.
Obviously.
Is Luke's chat skanking out there?
Oh, he's just. Oh,
He was.
It's a waste. It's a waste of time. You talking to him now.
Yeah.
And so you had the
Maybe.
definition of a
Don't bother about Luke, guys.
Yeah,
Let's get on
but
with the debate.
listen, right? You're talking about him in chat, so he's still derailing the show. Whether he's
Yeah,
on
just
the show or
ignore
not,
him.
you
Yeah.
just ignore him.
Okay, let's get on with the.
plane. In reference to the surface of the Earth, a plane is also a curved surface.
Oh no 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 no! That goes
What?
against geometry. I thought this guy was a mathematician that understands geometry. Can anybody tell me what a plane is in geometry, please?
Is that a serious question?
It's flat.
That's not a serious question at all. No.
Surely not.
Last time I checked, planes don't curve,
Oh.
and he just called a plane a curve.
Wow.
Well, he's changing definitions now. They all are. Well, we
Yeah.
can tell.
Wow, that's
Like, you know
crazy.
when you get one of them wood planes that you plane your wood with,
Yeah.
they're always curved at the bottom, aren't they? Always. So you can go over a flat piece of wood.
So check this out. Check this out.
No, they're always flat.
As a noun, plane, a flat surface on which a straight line joining any 2 points on it would wholly lie. Okay.
Uh-huh.
A level of existence, thought, or development. Okay, like on a different plane. As an adjective, completely level or flat, a plane surface.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So, as a verb, soar without moving the wings, glide, a bird planed down toward the water below. Down, MCToon, down toward the water, the level water.
Yep.
Level water. Ooh.
I was just thinking if there was a way we could stop the oceans and rivers from flowing and moving, we could actually have like a full flat measurement if you were looking for it.
Well, actually, the
Here-
ocean does get
here's
calm
the-
quite often. You just got to catch it.
What is
Yeah.
a plane in geometry? In geometry, a plane is a flat two-dimensional surface with an infinite height and width. It's one of the basic
Yep.
concepts of geometry. Think of a flat sheet of paper. Flat
It's
sheet
what
of
a
paper.
line is based on. Yeah.
Physical sheet of paper has 3 dimensions.
Right.
I don't know why we're even
But
arguing this point.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly like when they do celestial navigation, they cut it into the equator, that equatorial plane. That's the reason why they make an equatorial plane, guys. It's because they can't curve it. They need it to be flat. Oh man, MCToon doesn't. I don't know. Every time I think he can't say something dumber, he says stuff like this. Oh man.
That's going to be, what surveyors are going to say is that the elevation doesn't change, and the elevation is measured relative to.
Elevation doesn't change. Surveyors measure elevation change.
What is this guy on drugs?
He's got.
I think he's actually sober.
He's making this shit up. He's
Maybe he
making
needs
this
drugs.
shit up. You can tell. Watch his body language. He's making this shit up.
Yeah.
How much wrong can a guy get in like a few sentences? He starts off with saying level curves, then he goes and says planes curve, and then he goes and says surveyors don't measure elevation change. That's literally what surveyors do. They measure elevation changes.
Right.
That's what an incline and a decline angle is.
Mm-hmm.
A slope and an incline is elevation change.
Yeah, that was interesting. I got a new viewer today. Came into chat. I can't remember. I don't remember. Can you remember, Roger, whether it was DN or somebody else? But he said he was a surveyor. You know what I mean? A land surveyor. And I says, "Oh, that's interesting." And I asked him about the shape of the earth. He's in 2 minds. He says he's open about it, but he's in 2 minds. You can see both arguments. So I think.
Well, mostly if you talk to planar surveyors, and they haven't been introduced to the flat Earth.
That's it.
And you just talk to them about, how does plane surveying work? Curve won't come up at all.
No.
There's no such thing as curve. They don't even think of it as curved. It's literally just, horizontal datum. We measure incline and slope angles. Mm-hmm. That's it.
That's right. Yeah, it looks interesting. So I think he's got to keep coming back. So it's interesting that there's a land surveyor there, because I think you'll see the complete truth in the end. You know what I mean? Definitely. Oh, flat Earth. I mean, I don't mean complete truth.
The ellipsoid of the Earth. So now you talked about, is the Earth at rest or in motion? And James Bradley in 1727, who was a pastor, had access to all these same verses, is credited as being one of the biggest, best initial measurements of the movement of the Earth around the sun.
What?
He measured the
Whoa,
aberration
whoa.
of the star.
He just
The
said
Earth
he was
isn't
a
moving,
pastor.
dumbbell.
And how
He
could
just
you
said he was a
measure it?
pastor, and he spoke about verses, and now he says movement about measuring around the sun.
Oh, I know.
Where's
What Bible
the
verse was
scriptures,
that in?
MCToon? You just claimed the pastor.
Yeah.
He just claimed the pastor and scriptures,
Mm-hmm.
and he's glossing right over that.
And then God placed a big ball of hydrogen gas out 93 million miles away. And then a clump of gray dust. He placed.
And on the fourth day, he told it to light up.
Jesus.
He's lighting it up.
I thought
I
part
said on
one
the
was
fourth
bad.
day, he told the sun to light up.
I thought part one was bad for McToon, but part two is even worse, guys. I don't know if we're ever going to get through this if we have to stop every 2 seconds and say, McToon, you're wrong.
I like that, Dave, man. That was a good little.
Well, he's wrong, but
On the first day, I like that, Dave. That was brilliant.
Sorry, not Dave, you're wrong. Did I just say Dave? I meant Mike McToon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's not wrong.
Sorry, Dave.
I wonder what the C stands
Starlight.
for.
So that means that throughout the year, the angle that the starlight comes to us varies, and it depends on what part of the sky you're looking at. If you're looking due north at the north celestial pole or at the south celestial pole, it does a circle. And if you're at 45 degrees in the celestial sphere, it does an ellipse. And if you're looking at the celestial...
Sorry, no one sits in the celestial sphere. What the hell are you talking about? If you're in the celestial sphere. Does this guy know what the celestial sphere is? Has anybody ever been in the celestial sphere before?
Nope.
Oh.
What the hell is he
that
talking
mean?
about in the celestial sphere?
Maybe
Like, what?
He's just trying to look smart in it, that's all he's trying to do.
This is bad.
Yes,
I wonder why.
yes,
Will Duffy
Sandro, but
hasn't-
it's only a curve it's only a curve when you move the camera from level down below it, and then that's when it starts curving.
But now I wonder why Will Duffy hasn't let anybody know about this debate.
Maybe because
the
it's true
equator,
stuff.
it does a
Mm-hmm.
line back and forth. And that the size of that is about 20 arc seconds, which is in 1700s.
Why is the internet like this today? I'm sorry, guys. I have no idea why it's doing that.
Well within their measurement
About that.
ability. So they could measure better than 1 arc second at the time.
Not even the internet wants to listen to McToon. Just to let you guys know.
It's a joke. Oh, Dave, I sent you a message in Messenger if you would read it.
Who?
When?
No, Dave, so it's just about something you put in Facebook the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's in Messenger, but it's not in the Facebook bit. It's not in
Famous architect? No. There's a such thing as famous?
there.
Oh, my God. Where is it?
Let's see who's popping in.
Famous for what? Drawing it out?
Red Lidwell's back.
You know, it was in your Messenger anyway. I left you a message in Messenger. Hey, Dave.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought so.
I mean, yeah, I'm
It's
used
20.
to it.
I know.
Many times more coarse than that. So he's a pastor. He said, here is the motion of
Famous
the earth.
architect mean?
And the reason why it shifts like that is because the earth moves. And so if you're in the rain and you have an umbrella and you're walking, you need to tip that umbrella a little bit. And if you're running, you need to tip it a little more.
So?
And what's that got to do with a pastor saying
Umbrella.
That's a lot of bollocks.
You know,
That's a false equivalence. He's saying it's because the angle of the rays of the sun, so therefore Earth rotating.
Bollocks. Rain's coming straight down, and it don't matter whether you're running or not. It's still coming straight down.
of course.
You need to tip your brolly. You only tip your brolly if rain's coming in at an angle to you.
That's right.
Yeah.
You say Broly as well? Me too.
Yeah, I said brolly, yeah.
Me too. Me too.
Really?
Broly. I think
Broly?
it's BROLLEY, something like that. Yeah,
Listen,
Broly.
Crawling.
you need to know what a brolly is in this country.
Oh, aye, absolutely.
Aye.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because that rain will come down, hit the edge of the umbrella, and then get your legs wet. So if we tip it down while you're moving,
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
then
yeah,
that rain
like
gets
that.
So if we,
blocked.
if
And
we
so
could
that's
just
the
tip the
angle
earth down.
to do to your.
But still just a total category. Yeah, it's you. Let's put it this way: you started off by saying, "Oh, he was a pastor," and he said in 17 whatever that because if you stand here and the sun is there, and you stand here and the sun is there, therefore Earth rotating.
Mm.
Literally got nothing to do with one another. What has him being a pastor got to do with anything then? If he's not actually bringing scripture.
Exactly. Exactly.
This is one thing I do not get, especially with in this arena these days, because we're getting a lot of pastors and stuff, heliocentric pastors, I say, and they want to debunk flat Earth biblically, but they never use scripture to do so. If you want to debunk something biblically, then use the Bible. Don't just say, "Nah, I'm going to show it's false," and then not use scripture to do so when your whole argument is, "I'm supposed to use scripture." Not the belief that you have in heliocentrism cult. I mean, I'm not going to go to a Muslim mosque and start saying, "Oh, I'm going to show you guys that your Quran is false by not bringing a Quran. I'm going to bring up this Nintendo DS and say, oh, because you see this Nintendo DS, the guy jumps up and down here, so therefore your Quran is false." They're going to look at me like I'm insane.
Well, Mickey Mouse has big black ears, but that makes the earth flat, doesn't it?
It certainly did. Certainly did.
But yeah, it's
movement. And if you stop, and if it's not windy, then you'll be dry. So the aberrations like that, it's like you're moving and the light from the stars is coming in. So that amount of that shift and the speed of the Earth together are they're tied together. And the
Aries failure showed that's false, by the way.
You can totally tell he believes his story, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the way he says it, he sounds like he's so enthused.
But Aries failure showed this false. Aries failure when they filled the telescope up with the water, and the light from the
It was a failure.
from the stars that came in showed the Earth not to be moving. MCToon.
Oops.
And why is he talking about Aries failure now? Anyway, we're supposed to be talking about a pastor. I mean, really?
speed of light. So those three things together were determined really well in 1727. The verse from
I was alive at that time, and I
Aries
know
failure
how
wasn't
things
in
were.
1700s, though, was it?
No.
It was 1800.
Huh. Okay. Something's just not gelling up what he's saying, guys.
Of course not.
Job, right? This is it takes
okay.
shape like clay,
Yeah.
Ooh.
and
Oh,
the word for
whoa!
clay in
He
Hebrew
actually
is
used the
Homer.
Bible verse.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Hebrew
Right.
speakers. I try. So Homer is the word for clay, and in Hebrew there's a kaf, which is a letter, a Hebrew letter in front of it. So it's ka Homer, and that's the kaf of similarity. So in
Lucky.
Hebrew, it's a simile. That's how they have similes in Hebrew. It's a metaphorical, figurative language. It's not.
Is he just saying
Wow.
Hebrew is metaphorical, figurative?
He's so full
Is
of
he
it.
that? He's saying Hebrew is a metaphor. Hebrew. What?
Yeah, but it's just done all that waffle, and in the actual scripture it says takes form like clay under a seal.
But he wants it to be metaphorical.
He needs it to be.
He needs it to be.
Yeah, Airy's Failures experiment was 1871.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's only off by like almost 150 or 200 years or something.
100 years, that's not a lot. No worries.
That's nothing compared to the
Well, they could be off by, say, 10 zeros, but we're off by like 500 zeros.
Yeah. Alright.
Just want to quickly get the Strongs up.
The thing is, it is metaphorical, as in like Earth's not a lump of clay.
Obviously not.
You know what I mean? But the idea is like when you press clay under a seal, that form resembles Earth. That's what it's getting to. That's why it says like.
Bingo.
Oh, sorry, that's a bit slow. I don't know what's wrong with them. Okay, turn as a clay, seal, and a standard garment. Okay, so clay. Did he say? Was he talking about clay?
Clay, yeah.
Okay, let's go to clay first.
What's distinctive about clay, though?
Coma.
It can be formed, it can be dried, it can be hardened, it can be painted.
It's malleable.
Strong's H2563. Homer. Homer.
Okay, cement building for hollow stones, bricks, material vessels, a small clay so-called form of regular. But he was saying, let's just go back to what he's saying quickly, because this is very specific what he said there.
Homer. Well, Homer is the word for clay, and in Hebrew there's a kaf, which is a letter, a Hebrew letter in front of it, so it's ka Homer.
No, it's Homer. Is it Homer? Do you see Homer there, guys?
So that's where they get the word like from, then.
Huh. There's no Homer there.
Homer.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, wait. I should be sharing with tab. Sorry. See, there's only Homer. There's no Homer. So he's talking actual rubbish again.
So not Homer.
Okay, this is the translator, Homer. But that's how you say the transliteration, but it's Homer.
Aye.
Homer.
Strong's H2563.
It's more like big liar.
Homer. Homer.
Yeah. But anyway, you can see it's just talking about cement, mortar, clay. And so people actually know in context what it's describing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what it's saying. Okay, but let's go back to what he carries on saying about it.
And that's the kaf of similarity. So in the Hebrew, it's a simile. That's how they have similes in Hebrew.
Just like
It's
I
a
said,
metaphorical
when it
thing.
says like clay, that's what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
Like.
Remember when we
clay,
talked about
obviously.
Sorry, Michael.
Sorry, I was just saying it's not clay. Obviously, it says like clay under.
But I mean,
don't get his point, mate.
Yeah, he's trying to say because it's describing something figuratively, therefore what it's describing is not actual.
Right.
That is not how it works. And we just shown him there is no cha in the ka in the beginning, like
the earth takes shape like clay onto a seal.
Mm-hmm.
Not the earth's actually been pressed under a seal and it's made of clay. Like.
I know, right?
I think it's Jaleblik is his name.
This guy's retarded, mate.
It's ludicrous.
Retarded.
Yeah, he's retarded is kind of a small word for such a big guy.
But I love how he's just going on clay. Do you think he's going to bring up seal and stand and garment? Let's go to stand, actually.
Nope.
Probably not.
A place, set, stand, set or station oneself, present itself, station itself, okay? Primitive root words, stay, redexes, station, offer, continue, present selves, remaining, resort, able, can. It's really weird because the guy doesn't seem to want to really do anything other now than just say, oh, it's figurative because I say it's figurative.
Mm.
Where is... Did I close the stream? Oh, there we go. Very nice.
It's more like an analogy, really.
Yeah, but that analogy is just explaining so people understand, especially in those days. Remember, a lot of people were illiterate also in those days, okay? So they weren't educated to be able to like write and read and things. So it was a what's I'm looking for the right word. You were well off if you were educated and well versed. So the way they had to speak to people in those days were using in context like metaphors and things. But those metaphors had actual connotations towards them in context. So just like now with this verse, where it's talking about upturned seals like clay, it's so they can visualize to think, okay, clay's being pressed, it's getting upturned. Yes, it's metaphorically the earth's not made of clay, but that it's being turned up like clay is what the context is about. I don't think this one's dishonesty with him. I just think he's just stupid.
Figurative language. It's not.
But that's wrong. That's dishonesty. Saying it's figurative.
Hard descriptor. It's figurative. So it's like clay.
Okay, guys, can something figurative be descriptive?
Yes.
That's what it is by definition. Figurative is describing something. The guy doesn't even know what figurative and description is.
Wow. That was mental. Absolutely mental. Business, I'm telling you.
You see why I wasn't at that church? I would have been sitting there laughing my ass off.
The whole world has gone inane.
Oh. Wow.
Is
Guys, by
MCToon
the way,
getting paid to do this stuff, guys?
I think so.
Sorry.
Probably. No one can be that dumb.
No.
By the way, thanks all for your support, guys. You rock. Please hit the likes, share the show. Really, really appreciate you. Woohoo! Thanks for coming. But yeah, wow. This is why I wouldn't be there. That's why why God didn't put me there, in America and by this church, because I would have sat there laughing my ass off at this and correcting him every time he said something.
Aye.
Solve link is a
What's that? That's a really good video. Y'all check that out when you get time. It's like 5 minutes.
Yeah, man.
It was, you remember when you used to be able to jailbreak Chat GPT as Dan?
Okay. Right.
And they were asking it about why they keep the Earth being flat a secret and shit. And it tells. Damn thing told the truth, man. You got to check that out. I tried to download it. It won't let me download it.
Yeah, I was trying to download a few videos yesterday and it wouldn't let me download a few. It still doesn't. It's letting me download other ones, but not certain ones.
Not all of them, yeah.
Yeah.
I get that issue as well.
Mm-hmm. So I had to
Just
share it
recently.
through YouTube
Well,
rather
I've got something funky going off with YouTube, like, because it's been plaguing me, saying I can't use my ad blocker. And if you watch free vids using ad blocker, you'll be stopped from watching videos.
Yeah, I got that last
my
year.
ad blocker, and now it just skips ads anywhere.
Weird. I got that last year. It's exactly what I got last year, Michael, about if you watch 3, it'll block me. Yeah.
Hey, listen, they are on full counter assault right now.
Aye.
The globe is on full counter assault right now, man. They're like a counter offensive. Okay, because this thing is growing beyond their control. The more they writhe and bitch, the worse it is for them, because it makes them look even worse, And when we just keep plugging along, despite everything else, man, they're just throwing everything they can. Hey, I know what we'll do. We'll have this guy pretend he's a benevolent preacher that's going to take people down to Antarctica, and we're going to hit it from this direction and that direction. Hey, here's this German broad. We'll have her make a whole video. Oh, and hey, here's a guy. He'll make an 8-hour video on why flat Earth is dangerous. And it just
Yeah.
keeps making them look worse and worse all the time, man.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
And these are from the people that think we're a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Really weird.
Doesn't mean it is clay. It doesn't mean that it's actually a stamp. Because if you're going to take it super literal, that means that somehow God had a giant
God had a giant.
steel that he came
You
down
know,
and
like
stamped onto the
stating the
earth.
obvious.
Sorry?
It's like stating the obvious. Like, no shit, Toon.
No.
Yeah.
exactly.
We don't
No one's
think-
ever stated that that's
don't think,
literal.
like God had a big signet ring and like shipped Earth out in a lump of clay. Like,
You see, McToon, if you understand the context, if you actually read your Bible, you see this would be in cross-reference to Genesis when God separated the waters from the waters and dry land appeared.
Yep.
That's why the Bible talks in cross-references, McToon. If you read your Bible, you would know this. Oh, man.
Wow.
there's got to be people in that audience shaking their heads at him, surely.
Hopefully. I hope so.
If there's even anybody there.
Mm.
They haven't shown
I don't think so, man. I've been in Denver for the last 3 years now, and a lot of these people are really stupid. I'm sorry.
What?
Oh, dude, come on.
It's at high elevation, man. There's lack of oxygen. You get that out in California too, man.
Well, that's what Roger is.
It's the
That
CO2
was-
kind of stuff.
That was just my take on it.
Yeah, it's hypoxia going on, man.
It's all the fluoride, guys.
No,
That helps.
Sandro's
That's
got
definitely
it.
Teeth, you conspiracy theorists. Look what it did for me. Now I have false teeth. That's how good that fluoride works.
Sandro's got it. Look, it was a comparison. Yeah, like an
Exactly.
analogy. You
well,
know?
there you go.
Like,
Exactly. In layman's terms, there you go. Absolutely.
So that was a descriptive analogy. Really?
Right.
Yeah, 100%.
Something like McToon
Wait.
says isn't the same thing.
Okay.
He thinks if you have an analogy, it's not descriptive.
Well, wow.
Then why would they write it
Okay.
otherwise? I mean, why would they try to describe something without describing it?
That's
Exactly. They go hand in hand. It's literally what you're describing.
That's exactly what an analogy is, describing something. Wow. It's unbelievable.
Size of the
man.
entire disk of the Earth, flat Earth. Do you think that? I think that's I doubt that flat earthers will generally say that, because if you take that literally, that's what it says. So, and then star trails. You show the star trails
Let's just remember when
on.
August Picard went up and he said it looked like a flat disk with upturned edges. That sounds very similar to what's being described as taking shape like wax under a seal.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
If you have a dome or some sort of a thing rotating over the Earth, if you look to the center, you would see a circle around the center, and if you look to the sides, you would see lateral motion. But in reality, when you look south, you see the stars rotating around a central point. So if you're south of the equator, you look due south.
Yeah, did he just concede stars rotate, guys, not the Earth?
They
Well
always
done. Yes,
do.
stars
Yeah.
rotate.
They always do.
South. You do a time lapse, and you'll see a circle around the south celestial pole. And it doesn't matter where you are south of the equator, you see the same celestial pole due south wherever you are. So people in Australia, people in South Africa, people in South America can all look due south simultaneously in
is
June
it so?
at nighttime and see the same center of
You know, this is
rotation
false,
looking
guys.
due south.
Excuse me.
We've been spoken about this before. If we're always looking in the, first of all, we have things called time zones. people in Australia, for instance, aren't going to see the same time as what I'm going to see stars because it's usually daytime when it's nighttime by me, or nighttime by them when it's daytime by me.
Right.
And when you're looking south, you're not looking directly south. You're either looking due east, southeast or southwest or whatever.
Of course.
So MCToon obviously doesn't understand how location works.
I don't think he understands how anything
I think
works.
he also thinks that these stars are actually like inside the dome, like inside the dome, so they're like in a dome shape.
Dead.
But I have to. I don't know if you guys picked this up. He does seem very nervous there, though.
Well,
The way he's mumbling about his words and stuff, he does seem very nervous.
I think he's just trying.
He's
to
not
look
as assertive
smart.
as he should be.
Yeah, well, then again,
Can't carry off like he does on his YouTube channel, can he? Otherwise, like
No.
the laughing stock.
that's a true. Yeah, he can't be. I mean,
especially when there's no one there.
his master did let him out the house, so he has to behave.
No, that's it, right?
He's on a school trip, guys.
Michael, you are at time.
Okay, thank you.
But now you're in open discussion for 10 minutes.
Continue on.
Okay. So, if they're on some sort of a disc and one's looking that way, sees the central rotation. One looks this way, sees the center of rotation. One looks this way, sees the center of rotation. It doesn't make sense on a flat surface because they can't all look in opposite directions and see the same thing.
But it wouldn't be daylight that whole time.
Yeah, it'd be dark. In June. The darkness overlaps in all three of those locations. It doesn't matter.
In June, the darkness overlaps. Dude, I'm in South Africa. We never have what you guys call daylight savings. You know why?
Because you got plenty of daylight. Multitudes of it, just like lots of gravity. Lots
Yeah.
of daylight.
I don't know. Does Australia have daylight savings?
I don't know. Yeah. Was there any Australians in the chat? Can't see
Type
any.
1 in chat if you guys know if Australia has any daylight savings or not. Or type 2 if you... Type 1 if you think they do have...
Ask Luca.
He's
Lucas
gone.
left already, I think.
Oh, he left?
I think people were getting fed up with him.
Careful how many times you say the name.
He just might pop up.
He did that to me this morning.
Let's see. Daylight savings time. Yep, they do have daylight savings.
Do they? Wow. Well, it is a kind of idea, isn't it?
But think about how odd that is, though. You guys in the north have daylight savings.
Uh-huh.
People far south have daylight savings.
Mm-hmm.
People on the equator don't have daylight savings.
Mental.
Their
Yes.
whole
What did they
excuse
tell
for
you?
it here. Their whole excuse for it here is crap. Like, well, the kids don't have to be going to school when it's dark. Well, they're coming home when it's dark. What's the difference? I mean, the whole thing is like taking a rug, cutting it in half, and sewing the top onto the bottom, and thinking you got a longer rug now. It's the dumbest shit in the world. They're just confuses the hell out of me. Pisses me off because they got to take down all these clocks off the wall and readjust them and shit. Some of them I don't even do it. I don't. It's all right.
But I mean-
It'll be all right
But I
next
mean, now in the winter, it gets lighter about a half an hour to an hour, maybe max. And then it gets darker an hour to an hour and a half, to an hour, half an hour to an hour earlier in the evening.
All right.
But it's not so bad that it's like, oh, it's just instant darkness. You know what I mean?
Of course. Go on.
So yeah, when MCToon just said, "Oh, it will all be dark in all three places at the same time in June," that's just false.
Delta denied, said Australia's got 3 time zones.
Yeah, they do, because they're quite a large country.
Aye, yeah, big. I do it. Aye, Delta denied.
I think Perth Perth and Sydney are neighboring cities or something. Okay, and I think they're like 4 hours apart.
Yeah, it's the same thing between Alaska. We heard Sarah Palin saying she could see Russia from her house
In Alaska.
in Alaska, but where she can see Russia is a 4 hours difference.
It's crazy. I think McToon should actually go and show us everybody that Australia, South Africa, and South America are all dark at exactly the same time, looking south at due south at the same time, seeing these stars. He should show this. Do you guys agree?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Matter because
Roger.
from sundown to sun up, the south celestial pole doesn't move.
And
There is no south celestial pole.
No.
It's called they use Sigma Octantis as a reference because it's very faint and it's almost around like a celestial, but there's no such thing as a south celestial pole.
Yeah, you say that in a Facebook group, and they give you these laughy emojis and shit. And I'm like, dude, I know people in the southern quote unquote hemisphere, man. You're full of shit. Okay, God, these people are just so
Ignorant.
But these guys, they just know everything, guys. It doesn't matter. They just know everything.
They
I mean,
know everything at the same
Nick,
time.
they know what's happening on Mars, guys. Come on.
Of course they do. They know what and when microbial life is starting on other planets.
I know.
You know?
This shit is funny as hell.
It's crazy,
They
dude.
say water, the sun is such and such an age, and it's like, how in the hell do you know how old it is? You cut it in half and count the rings, or what? What's going on?
Do you know what makes me laugh?
Go.
Like when they talk about going to Mars, so like they go out there to Mars and they land there and they have to build a dome to live in.
Why don't they just use gravity?
Absolutely.
There you go.
Absolutely. Wow, it's amazing. It's amazing, these stories, man.
from here, we're not south of the equator, but if you point your camera
Excuse me.
south,
Why is Joe so
it's
quiet?
temperatures here.
Yeah, I can hardly
His
hear it.
mic's not on. His mic's not on this time.
Huh.
They'll probably discover it's on. Yeah, it's on. No, he'll probably sort it.
See the center because it's too far away,
Yeah.
but you would still see.
You see that arc,
actually, you
yeah.
see clockwise.
Yeah, you see
setting,
clockwise.
Rising in the east, setting in the west. So it's like you see that no matter where you are, depending if you're looking south or north, you're seeing the circles going around those points, those 2 points. So I've never been to the south actually.
Yeah. Well, we've got an Australian with us.
Yeah, there we go.
And
Oh, I guess my mic wasn't on, but
Joel here said, who's with our Australian friend, said that he's filmed the south celestial pole rotating himself. And there's
Again, no south celestial pole. They use Sigma Octantis as this quote unquote pole because there is no south celestial pole.
there's no shortage of videos of people getting
Yeah.
the south celestial rotation going clockwise. So
is it true that no matter where you are on the Earth, the stars are rising in the east, setting in the west?
that's true, but it's
So
that doesn't change the actual prediction of the globe and the not prediction of
I
flat
think it
Earth.
would work on a globe. I think it makes sense on a globe. Like to me.
How does it work on flat Earth though?
Simple, position based.
They have all these different locations looking
Well, they're looking
due south.
They're looking towards they're like I wouldn't say that if there was a model or a map of the flat Earth, I wouldn't say that we fully understand. And that's one of those reasons is like if you had like I don't know what places, but
I mean, does McToon even understand, even on a globe, when they're looking at what they would call quote unquote the south celestial pole? If you're in different locations, you're not looking directly due south. One will be looking southeast, one will be looking southwest, even on their globe. It shows this guy can't comprehend how things work with locations.
Aye.
Oh, Roger Little, thank you very much for your $2 super chat, man. Really appreciate it. You Rocky says, look up the Mars One project. Should I really? You rock, Roger. Thank you very much. Let's look.
He's
Mars
calling
One
you.
project.
I think he's calling you Vicky. He said zero up.
Yeah, Vicky is taking a bit of a break.
Oh, she is, yeah, absolutely.
Guys are making her go crazy.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's the human mission to Mars. The idea of sending humans to Mars have been subject to aerospace engineering and scientific studies since the late 1940s as part of the broader exploration of Mars. Long-term proposals have included sending settlers and terraforming the planet. Currently, only robotic landers and rovers have been to Mars.
Very flats. Vara's Buxton, sorry.
What now?
Vara.
Oh, Vara. What's up, Vera?
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
hey.
Oh yeah.
How you doing, bro? Good to see you, man.
What's up, guys? What's up, crackers?
What's up, crackers?
Hello, whiteys.
Crackers. I like that.
Ain't nothing better to do on a Tuesday night than to come
Hang out with a load of crackers. Yeah,
come listen to Mr. Fathead here talk about balls. And destroy his.
That was pretty funny, dude.
Australia and maybe South America or
Right, his
something.
mic's on.
I doubt they would see. They would maybe have daylight at different or evening at different times. So they'd be looking. That's what I don't understand that. But
Well, their evenings overlap at different times of the year, different times of the day. So there's really no question about whether or not there's an overlapping time.
But if you go,
Even evening overlaps doesn't make it dark enough to see the same
honey.
stars in exactly the same position.
I'm okay. I just took a shower because I was hot.
Oh, Ryan's
I
taking
feel
a
like really cold.
Oh.
That's hot.
What's that,
It's
bro?
hot out here.
Okay, never mind.
Tell her I said hi.
go there, and you point your camera at what's in the center of the south there. It's Sigma Octantis or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
what
that's
it is.
the nearest bright star to the.
So you point there,
Yeah.
that's what you'll see.
Yeah.
Is that like?
You see,
If you took-
no South Celestial Pole. Well done. Maybe we can click forward on paint just to piss Sean Hawkins off again. That's the only reason I use paint, guys, is to piss Sean Hawkins off.
I thought he wasn't doing flat Earth stuff anymore. And then
Yeah,
saw the
no.
other day
Lately
he
he's
was doing
been
something.
fully at what's it? Oh, and I saw Sean Hawkins in chat on QE saying QE is running away from him.
Oh, that dude is just full of delusions, man.
There is something
Not
wrong
even
with that
fun.
guy, I swear. Okay. I'm going to do it on a flat Earth and a globe. Let's first do a globe. Okay, this will be a globe. We're going to give it its axis. Okay. And we're going to say, okay, this is the so-called southern, and the northern will make purple. Okay. And then we're going to say Africa is here. South Africa, we're going to say North America is here, and Australia is here. Look what direction Australia is looking, correct? South Africa and North America. Are they all looking due south?
No.
No. The one looking southwest, southeast, and one looking southwest, and the one's looking due south or whatever. This is how it works. The same is going to apply for a flat Earth. They're not looking for exactly the same direction and at the same time. I don't know what's wrong with this guy. This guy's, I don't know, is he retarded, or is he just slow, or?
He's a freaking agent, dude. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, he's an agent. This shit's got the stink of Langley or something all over it, man, with these guys and how they, oh, I just happen to be, I go and talk to a church in Denver, even though I live in Minnesota. I don't bother talking at those churches. And I just happen to want to run this whole concept by this new church. I mean, it's all just stinks, man. Anybody that's not got their red flags, man, don't even bother.
I demonstrated this on Stellarium.
Yes, you did. It's very simple, even on the flat Earth, because see, this is where they have their dishonesty, where they're trying to say, "Ooh, on the flat Earth, you're looking that way, you're looking that way, you're looking that way." No, you're looking at the same location. The stars are in one location. You're just looking that way, different from your location.
Right.
How can I make this that even maybe like this American guy, MCToon, can understand? If you go to Washington, D.C., and you see the White House, and you stand on the east side of the White House, and the one stands on the west side of the White House, and the one stands right in front of the gate. They all look towards the White House, correct?
Mm-hmm.
One is going to look eastwardly, and the one's going to look westwardly, and the one's just going to look straight ahead of them. At the same building from different locations.
Right.
Yeah.
It's called perspective.
Yeah.
And that's not hard to understand either. And
Exactly.
I agree with Dave. Exactly. Like he's past his cognitive dissonance phase a long time ago. Now he's getting paid.
Mm-hmm. And this MCToon is claiming to be this intelligent guy that doesn't get things you learn like that in grade 7, grade 5.
No.
Pick your compass out. Is it going to point? Is that going to be south?
Yeah, correct for magnetic declination. Yeah, due
Okay.
south.
Oh, correct for magnetic declination. So it's not due south. Well done, MCToon. You just caught yourself lying. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess it's just like for us, if you look from Minnesota, if you look at 45 degrees, that's where the pole is. So you can go anywhere. And this is something that even on YouTube, I've just been going back and forth with someone that doesn't. Here's what they say is, okay, if the North Pole or if Polaris was right above me and I pointed my camera up, I would see circular star trails.
Yeah.
But when I go to Minnesota and I point my camera at 45 degrees and I see circular star trails, they say that wouldn't happen. And I
On
say,
flat Earth? Yeah, it would not.
no, it does happen though.
On flat
That's
Earth? Well, again, look at the fan moving. Now, if
That's
you
a
traced-
fan, Mike.
But I know.
That's a
but
fan.
That's a model of the dome rotating.
No, that's maybe what you think of it.
Well, what is
What did God?
what's
What
the
did
dome
God?
then?
What God say? Or what did Genesis say about the stars? What are they?
Yeah.
What are they doing?
I don't know
They're
what
in the
you're-
firmament,
Okay,
right?
so if they're
I
in
don't know. Oh,
the dome, and the dome is rotating, then that fan is an analog.
I don't know if the dome's rotating. The stars are where they're rotating.
So the dome is stationary.
No, they're in the dome. I don't know. See that? No, I think this is a.
Right.
I do think
you
this,
get a lot of I don't knows.
I think this is a.
sorry.
Stop it. Toon thinks that stars are in this little fixed inside this rotating dome.
Aye.
But if you look at Hebrew cosmology, there's dome and stars and everything are inside it with us. They're not in the firmament.
But embedded.
You know what I mean? They're in the firmament of the sky, sort of thing. They're not actually in that firmament barrier.
Yeah.
It's the stars that are moving, not the firmament.
Isn't that
I'm
just
still waiting
another
for
claim
the-
we don't have to really make, for the firmament? Like we don't, just like the sun, we don't really know what it is. We don't really know how it works ultimately. Like, to be honest, I haven't looked up on the Southern Star Trails that much that I could understand it, so I could maybe explain it to somebody. It's just the firmament. It works some weird way. I don't know.
But I mean, it's very. How can I put this for MCToon? If he's trying to go and now in context be biblical about the firmament and everything, okay? Why is he not bringing up the scripture to make his points?
Right. Right.
It doesn't make sense.
But Delta wants you to draw something.
Yeah, they want me to draw it on the flat Earth again. I just
Oh.
explained it using the White House as well.
Yes.
We already passed that. If they don't accept it, that's their problem.
Okay. Sorry, I drifted off.
Yeah.
You know, I was falling asleep for a
The
second.
slower folks are going to have to rewind and watch it again. If you're a little bit slow,
You know what?
ahead,
You know what? Also, you know what we don't need to do as well. We don't need to worry that people are slow.
You can slow down the repeat of what you missed.
Mhm.
You can even put closed captioning on there, and maybe, just maybe, you might get it. If not, that's a you problem. See?
No, that's right.
Maybe, I don't know the right words, but maybe assumptions that you make that, or someone on your globe side think, and when I wouldn't say that I understand
about flat Earth.
Yeah, or the dome or something. Like when I actually Will was bringing up, because I really enjoyed hearing you speaking about the whole.
Oh, shame. The White House.
You did quite a few
example
sermons, or
doesn't
I don't know
make
if they were sermons, but whatever.
You see why we laugh at Globies?
All right.
The White House example doesn't make sense either. Shame. So, in other words, because you are incompetent and you don't understand how directions work, it doesn't make sense. That doesn't make flat Earth wrong.
No.
It just makes you an idiot. Sorry to be blunt.
I enjoy that because it gave me a little perspective on some of the things that you're seeing, and it took me back quite a bit on a lot of those things. I don't think at all like a lot of those things, but like the space station, we could talk about that. But.
So here's the challenge is, for me, is what model does any flat earther have? Because there's no consistent model.
What does a model have to do with reality?
No,
I know, I'm so sick of hearing that about a fucking model. I swear to God. I don't live in a model.
No.
We don't live on a model.
No.
I think Joe should have been more sturdy with him, yeah, and said, you haven't presented your case scripturally yet, but you're trying to bring it up scripturally. I think Joe should have been more stern on that, though. Because at the moment, MCToon is just bouncing around the place the whole time. And he's not really sticking to anything. You know what I mean?
Bouncer.
And that's a problem.
Does he ever?
If you look at Thomas Kuhn and his philosophy of science, when there's a bunch of different models, that's the sign of
Cool.
something that's not right. So if there was this is how we did some experiments and we determined the dome to be this, and this is how it works, and this is how, right? But every time you do an experiment on something that some flat earther claims about the dome, it doesn't work.
Can we talk about the dome for a minute? Because we got a couple minutes left, or are we getting close?
What about the dome?
We're probably getting close.
6 minutes.
6 minutes?
6 minutes.
Okay, so this is one thing that Will brought up in a conversation he was having. Was that last night? I think that was last night.
2 nights ago.
2 nights ago. Evidence for the firmament or evidence for the dome. Did you guys see that starship that made it into, or they almost made it into, whatever, they put it into orbit,
What?
not high enough that and they came back in and you saw the plasma.
Orbit.
And that, wouldn't you call that evidence for a dome? They have to have a heat shield.
I'd say it's evidence that there's air. Once you
Yeah,
get
there's
below
air.
100 kilometers, that enough air
going
to
from
be.
well, like if you think about what is, I think everything in this room is corruptible, if I can say that word. It's physical and everything out of this corruptible physical place, and I'm not the best with my vocabulary, but it would be celestial or a different nature, I think.
You think it's a different realm when you get past a certain
Yeah, and I like the physics works, right? The physics, like.
Well, the physics does work.
I don't understand where Joe's getting to. Any of you guys have a clue?
No.
Just rambling, babbling.
Like Joe has an idea that like they really might be going into firmament, like so.
Into it, like
that sort of thing.
Like if it's like
it's talking about
super fluid or something.
When rocket goes up, it like looks. You start seeing ripples as though it looks like.
You do.
Uh-huh.
I felt all his landing. So
That is interesting.
play it a little bit.
I don't want to misrepresent Joe, like, but
Yeah.
Flats, what's that about? Like, I vibe.
E5.
Hey, hi, Vibe. Good to see you.
You see that?
Yeah. By the way, guys, I'm going to be on the missing link on Thursday.
Oh.
It's going to be awesome.
I wasn't sure if that was if it was trolling or if it was real.
No, the missing link. It's like something we
The missing link?
booked like months ago.
Okay, cool. That's nice.
It'll be really cool.
Be watching that.
I think it's going to be really cool. Definitely.
Nice.
Definitely well worth it. I'll share it everywhere, and I hope you guys do support them.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. It'll be very cool.
Yeah, well, we should talk about the physics of like what an orbit is, and because I do think that does come into this conversation, and I'm just speaking my, I don't know anything better than anybody else, but I do have thoughts that go through my head, and I'm like a lot of the flat earthers, they just say that they're faking space, that it's fake, or they're doing it in a pool, they're doing it on a Hollywood basement. And I get what they're saying, but that's not realistic to me.
Yeah, there'd have to be thousands of people in on it.
And let's say it's, a lot of them, they'll say, well, no, they got compartmentalized. All the things that they say, there's only a few that know. And
You can't compartmentalize an engineer that developed their own product.
No, and I think that I think that I do think that
is wrong. That's wrong.
That's bullshit. Just because
What
someone
about Dave?
said product, don't know it's going into this place that doesn't exist, does it?
Maybe you should talk to Dave, Jesus Free Computer Geek.
Yeah, right. Listen, I worked at this company, and they spent all kinds of money. We did this. It's when they first started making all front-wheel drive cars and stuff, right? And so you had this transverse transmission, and we made this test stand to see if they worked and shit. And it was like expensive, and it had to have these match plates that were perfectly lined up so that they match up to the wormholes in the different transmissions, and you change out the plate to test the different ones, right? They spent probably a couple $1 million on this thing and never freaking used it. Ford just stuck it in the back, and I was there at Ford another time installing another piece of machinery, and I went to smoke a cigarette, and I walked out back, and there sat that test machine. The thing had never even been used. It just sat there.
Wow.
And here we were the whole time thinking, yeah, they used that thing that we built to test out these transmissions. They didn't do any such damn thing.
Of course. Wow.
So like these satellites, I made a screw that went on the, Voyager and shit. Well, okay. Good for you. Did you accompany that screw to space? No, you didn't. So
well, if you listen to like Dave, he specifically went to Antarctica to do geostationary satellites, and at the time they had to go, and he created special communications for it, and they needed to do the mapping, take it from flat and wrap it around the ball. And he says at the time, because you were a glober, you don't realize why you're doing this. But he says now he understands today why he had to do the way he had to do it because it's flat. So McToon is talking total nonsense.
Yeah, I put high vibes, love tribes link in there. Is that
Missing link as well.
Oh, I haven't got that. I didn't know think about that. Well, I put love tribes in there anyway. I don't know about the missing link one.
Roger Ledwell, thank you very much for your $2 super chat, man. Really, really appreciate this. Banjo has a great video on Southern Stars. Banjo has great videos on a lot of things, by the way.
Oh, absolutely.
He's really hitting it out the ballpark. Really do enjoy Banjo stuff. Thank you very much, Roger. Appreciate all the support. You rock, man.
Thank you, Roger.
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 It makes a lot of sense to me that
Roger.
people are just doing what they're doing for their jobs, and it's just like normal things happening. But
so
yeah,
we've talked before, and so if I can explain a little bit what I think you're saying is that you think that beyond a certain point that there's a different realm, and that NASA isn't faking anything, but when it goes past that, whatever threshold or barrier it is, that the physics makes it look like it's a globe, but it's not really a globe?
Well, no, not necessarily the globe part. I guess that might come into it. Like,
why is he so?
In order to do
that, the physics make it look like a ball.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? No, the cameras do, dummy. God damn, people are
it's
stupid.
because we live in a three-dimensional world, and you can see it three-dimensionally if it looks like that. Doesn't mean it's a ball, though.
No, of course not.
Dummy.
Dummy.
To figure out orbit, you need to know how far you are
Why
from
do they use
the
fisheye camera?
And then you need to know how fast it is that you're moving, that you need to move so that the centrifugal force moving out from moving in a circle balances the centripetal
zeroes
force
out
of the gravity
the downward
down.
force.
Yeah, you have to be in that point where they're both equal, and then you can keep orbiting.
Otherwise, it will decay.
So how does that work over a flat Earth?
Well, that's an interesting thing because an orbit, you need curvature, right?
Yes.
Without the curvature,
It helps
there
a
isn't
lot.
an orbit. So stick with me. Let's talk about 0G, because anything in orbit is basically in a
free
state
falling. Yeah. But that's according to globe.
of
it's
perpetual
It's
freedom.
all horse crap because we all know that the only way you have non-gravity is when you're free
But
falling.
they first need to then say gravity is the thing before they can do that.
I wish they would define orbit first.
Yeah.
If you look at the etymology, it just means course. It's from Latin.
Circuit means circuit.
Circuit, course, run path. Yeah.
Just another word that's been hijacked in it by heliocentrism.
But you know what's funny about orbits? If you think about it, they need their radius to be correct, their radius value. And since their radius value keeps changing, that by default already debunks their orbits.
Yep. I've said that too. You know, if that shit's got to be like spot on for their mathematics to work, and it's not. You know, you get them saying all the time, well, there's a certain amount of gases that escape. Well, isn't that loss of mass? If the sun's burning up, then isn't it decreasing in mass all the time? Come on, y'all.
That's crazy.
But there's new stuff coming from the center.
Yeah, but Earth's classified as
It oozes out. You know?
Earth is classed as a closed system. Because in physics, a closed system allows for small parts of matter to leave. Yeah, like FTFE thinks an astronaut can leave.
Well, I think the definition of a system would be something that's enclosed anyway, isn't it?
Last time I checked, according to physics, if it's a closed system, no matter can leave through its boundaries. Where did they claim to go again? Oh yeah, out of Earth's atmosphere.
to a place with no gravity. Even though gravity would still be in effect if we really were planets orbiting around the sun, gravity would still be in effect, right? And every time you got too close to another planet, it would cause effects, right? But why don't we have that?
ChatGPT says, "Don't be daft. The radius doesn't keep changing at all." Must I bring up a list of the times the Earth's radius has changed? These guys don't know anything about their own model, do they?
Every time they use that 7/6.
Well, I think they don't realize that it's like, oh,
I
I'm
was just
sorry.
saying, every time they use 7/6R, and then they have to adjust it to multiples over 6R to explain away these observations we're making. Yeah, the radius is changing all the time.
Uh-huh.
Black swan, baby.
Why do they think that? But why
You
do
know,
you
it's
think
like
the
with,
sun's distance keeps changing? The reason the sun's distance keeps changing
well, it's
is
because
because they
their
need the
theories
radius
change.
to work, and because they can't get the radius to work, they need to
Yeah, they're
change the
basing it all on a
distances.
theory.
Yeah, Joe's good, like, but the ideas he have sometimes leave him open to ballers. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, you can't share any theories with ballers because they'll twist them around and say, "Oh, well, you're just theorizing." I've noticed that some of the smarter ones will use that against you. So you just don't admire. It's like when you're dealing with police, you just don't tell them anything. Don't answer any questions. You know, state your facts, state what you know, and then let them deal with it. You know what I mean? Don't give them anything, because as soon as you start questioning your own stuff, or you start questioning that you don't know exactly how it all works, then they're going to say, "Oh, well, see, he doesn't know nothing about it, so how can he know?" Which isn't really true, but that's what they'll say. It's all crap.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if we go to Genesis, God created light right away, didn't he? He said, "Let there be light," and there was light.
Mhm.
And he
Okay.
divided the light from the darkness. There's a real thing, darkness, in Genesis. To me, it's become a real thing. And I don't know what it is. I'm just saying the stars.
I know what it is. It's absence of light.
Out to darkness, it's called in scriptures.
Mm-hmm.
What is darkness in the Bible? Because Genesis
Separated from
is
God.
telling me, like when I read it, or how I read it, it's telling me that there was only darkness before there was light.
Yeah, there was no light.
Yeah, but what is darkness?
Absence of light.
In the Bible.
Absence of light.
Okay.
Well, it says God moved upon the face of the waters,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, and he was light. God is light. So when he moved upon the face of the waters, they got the waters got their first look at light, right? And then he created the sun in order to rule. In other words, to make the domain, or the place that he built, he made it to where there was a sun to light it.
There was already
He
light
to be
before
there.
the sun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was light before the sun.
There was water
But I'm
and
saying,
darkness.
but he made the sun so that when he wasn't present, it would have light.
No.
No.
It says God spoke light into existence. It doesn't say God was the light. You're doing the same thing that the ballers do. It says God spoke light.
Maybe.
Yeah, God said, "Let there be light."
God said, "Let there be light."
Right, but that's the question I have about it: is why did he say "let there be light"? Why did he say let us
Because
create
he
light"?
spoke it into existence.
See what
He
I'm
was
saying?
commanding light to be there.
Yeah, he also says, let the dry land appear or something, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm. He was commanding it to be there.
Well, yeah, because if you had muddy water, I mean, you would have to dry it out, right? I don't know. It just seems to make sense.
Genesis is actually saying that there was there was only water, and then the darkness was upon the face of it, or
Yeah.
you know what it was. It was.
Yeah, it says that darkness was upon the
Darkness
face.
is water, basically, or water is darkness in here.
But that's why the Bible is specific. That's why we have the firmament to separate the water and water. That's why space is just outer darkness. It's not space as a vacuum as they place it in the heliocentric model.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'm glad we got that on. Let's carry on.
And what the firmament is a place of darkness.
Who was this
Because
monging?
the stars aren't darkness, but God put the sun, moon, and stars in the firmament to give light upon the earth. Otherwise, I think it would just be dark here without the light he created right off the bat, and then without the lights he created on day 4.
Whoa. I just got to correct someone in chat quickly. God the human says, this is a conversation you guys are not studying enough to chat about. What?
Oh, get on the panel then, man.
And then he says I'm correct. And then he says I'm correct straight afterwards. How's that work? Yeah, we know what.
How dare you be wrong and right at the same time?
Dude, but God didn't speak it into existence as sonoluminescence. People believe that the stars and things were created that way. But you have to understand when God said he put the luminaries in the firmament, you have to claim then the firmament is made out of water to have sonoluminescence. But that's not what the firmament's claimed to be.
I'm pretty sure Bible states
that the firmament's made out of crystal glass.
I'm pretty sure Bible states that stars are the angelic host of heaven.
Yes.
I don't think they're angels.
You see, because the argument, Michael, is a lot of the people believe frequency is the cause. I mean, I think that's what Vara would also agree with. It's the frequency of the light that caused sonoluminescence to happen, and that would cause the combustion and therefore the stars. But it doesn't really fit with Scripture 100% because you need it to be in liquid for that to happen. The Bible's very clear the location of the stars.
Well, not only that, logically, if space was empty and it was a vacuum, how would everything else float around in it anyway? I mean, it makes more sense that everything's in water anyway,
for the people
right?
that believe like they're in the waters.
Hey guys, I'll have to go on mute for a minute. My bathroom's leaking from upstairs. Water's leaking through my bathroom, so I need.
Oh, that sucks.
Just to address the guy in chat.
Hold on. And so I need to phone the housing association emergency to come out and have a look. It started the other night, but then stopped, and it's not my pipes; it's them upstairs. So I need to. I'll just go on mute for a bit and phone them. All right. Sorry, Michael. I didn't.
Sorry. No, the guy in chat was saying firmament's not. Let me just go back. No, the firmament is not material at all. The plane we live on is electromagnetic. The firmament is the edge of a torus field. Well,
how do you know that?
How do you know that?
Shit.
Yeah, but secondly, it's pretty well described in Bible.
Yeah, remember, we're talking about biblical cosmology. He sounds like he's getting his things from, sorry to say, Jabba the Hutt. What's that monkey dude? The guy that teaches everybody electric.
Oh, yeah,
Kevin Wheeler. He sounds like he's getting his stuff from Kevin Wheeler. Kevin Wheeler is not a Christian, and I'm not saying I disagree with a lot of things he says, but when it comes to biblical cosmology, it doesn't fit. It doesn't gel with it at all. So yeah, you have to know the context. You have to know the category we're talking. If we're talking about biblical cosmology and the firmament, your belief in ether and whatever is actually just doesn't fit. Yeah, the firmament is
no one's saying there ain't a torus field, but firmament's quite well described in Bible as being physical. You know, it's been likened to crystal. It's beaten out like metal. You know what I mean? That doesn't sound like a torus field, does it?
Ken Wheeler, there we go. He says, when you are a Christian, you limit yourself to try and make everything fit Scripture. No, dude, the argument here is we're talking biblical cosmology.
And what we're trying to do is find the truth.
I don't understand this. What is up
That's
with
really
people?
what we're doing.
If you're talking about, let's say, I've got a book here in my hand. I'm talking about the content in this book. What does it matter if I have to take this book and say, because I got this book, I have to have the same content in this book? It's two different books. They're not the same. So when I'm talking about this book, what has this book got to do with this book? Nothing. No one's limiting nothing. It hasn't got to do with it. If we're talking biblical scripture, biblical cosmology, we're talking about the Bible. We don't need to care about someone's belief in something else and say it's limiting what you're talking about when that's literally out of context. It's a category. It's got nothing to do with what you're talking about. I don't understand this. Am I being wrong? Am I being wrong there, or what?
No.
Amen, Sergio. I 100% agree. Only one God.
And I'll take what that God says about cosmology, not what YouTubers punt.
Exactly. I 100% agree with that. Biblical cosmology can only tell a tiny percentage. That's false. Anyway, let's get on with the video.
Gentlemen, we are at time.
All right.
Michael, you have 5 minutes to give a presentation of evidence.
All right. So I have the web page I sent you that's labeled Angular Resolution Limit.
Is he
You
gonna go
could
there?
scroll to the near the bottom. There's there's 3.
I remember when Saint Pierre debated him on this. Oh no, with Ruth. It was just Ruth. And the angular size him and stuff, and he was showing him how it fits exactly, showing that their globe is just optics.
Pictures next to each other. One is a picture of a compass. If you could click on the middle one. There you go. So there's this camera right here. Nice. Your camera set up, and that's at Pensacola Beach. And then go to that next picture there. And you can see this is with my iPhone of these distant, we'll get a better view of these in a second here, of these distant buildings. So close that and then scroll up and you can see the 2 photos. If you scroll up a little bit. All right, so right there, that's the one with the iPhone. You can see those 3 buildings on the left there. This is the ones I want to focus on. The middle one is Phoenix West 2, and it's just across the border in Alabama, I think. And so this is the picture taken with the iPhone, and that dark thing on the top there, that's the viewfinder, the little screen on the P1000 camera. So scroll down a little bit, and there's the photo taken with the P1000, and you can see the bottom of the.
How many times do you have to tell this to the dude? The ocean, water, moves. Does the guy not understand this?
Before. He's heard
You
all
can
this.
literally see there's a mirage line there too. Why do we have to keep on explaining this to these numbnuts?
Didn't anybody ever tell you you sound like Eric Cartman sometimes?
Really?
Yeah, because you say like over here, but you say over meow.
Okay. Let's see if we can. I'm trying to quickly cut something out.
Are you from South Park, Colorado?
That's my shit.
I want to quickly share the screen. Oh, I'm already sharing. No, I'm not. Okay, never mind. Replace sharing. Window. paint. You guys can see what's on screen now in the paint.
Oh, okay, now.
Okay. MCToon, if you look here, look carefully. You see that line here? This is a mirage line. That's where it starts mirroring. Can you see that, guys?
Mm-hmm.
That's where it starts mirroring. So, I'm going to put a thin line there. Ooh. So, where you doing the mirror?
Just 1 second, Flats. Matthew, are you wanting to join panel? Because if you
Yeah, I
are,
see.
it's linked at top chat, mate.
If you're struggling, I can put in again. There we go, dude. There's the link.
Come
You have to
on
be
in.
the poll in order to see the stream.
Yeah.
Put
Well,
it
anyway,
over to
that
live
would be,
chat. Just switch to live chat and it'll come right up there.
yeah. Anyway, so if you look carefully, there's like a mirage line there. That would mean it's mirroring. So this is mirrored to what's there. That means there's still water there by this line. Okay. So the sky and the ground and the buildings are mirrored and compressed over the water. Then you got closer waves and bulges and things that are obscuring it. This is called foreshortening. This is also why you can see it's not a very clear day. It's a very humid, cold day. As you can see, it's stretching and warping all over. Just like when, remember Sky Free showed that, is it not showing the thing? Can you guys see anything?
Yeah, I see
it.
It's not showing on my side.
Yeah, there's buildings with the red line and.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Not right. Okay.
And I see your cursor moving around too.
Yeah, I see your cursor moving all over hell too, man.
So at the top and the center.
Okay. There's something wrong with my restream tonight, guys. It's not showing you guys, and it's showing just us, nothing next to it. Anyway.
Now it's showing both again.
I can see it.
Hey Matthew, what's up? Can you hear us?
Hi, Matthew. Get on unmute. Little button at the bottom left.
Hello, Matthew.
Getting ready. Or not.
Okay.
Now it's showing just us.
Anyway, Matthew is in when I think he wanted to talk about the waves. But I mean, if we remember that video from Sky Free where they have like the buttons and thing on the floor and they let in the cold air?
Yeah.
That's exactly what we were seeing now with MCToon showing that.
Yeah.
Yes, Matthew, can you hear us?
I'm in Alice's spot right now. Hi, Marcia.
I can't see you, Flats, because it says live right over your face. Basically, I see your nose in the middle. Yeah, there you go.
I
Doing that so I can see your whole face.
I think Matthew's struggling with reception or something.
Hey, I can hear you guys.
Yeah, we can hear
we
you.
hear you.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
How's it going?
Yes,
we can.
Yes.
What?
What's up, man?
I think he's struggling with reception.
Yo, nigga, what up?
think-
Yo.
How come Ryan can join on his phone and have no trouble, but everybody else does?
I have no problem
I
joining.
stay in
my
one
phone.
place. I stay in one place, usually. The only time I get cut out is whenever I'm driving my daughter to school. And since she now goes to school in summertime at 12 o'clock now, it's like cuts right into the show. So that's why at the beginning you don't really.
No, but Ryan is a CIA. Didn't you know that?
Oh yeah, I must be right. But I never signed a disclosure agreement, so I don't know how that would work. But you never know.
You do look like a hitman now that.
Okay, well, I think Matthew's
I'll take that as.
with his reception, so let's carry on with the video.
Okay.
Oh, he's okay. He's back. Let's see. Or not. Okay, let's carry on.
Buildings are cut off. There's a bunch of buildings nearby. There's some 5-story buildings immediately to the left of that building in the middle, but you don't see anything. All you see is the edge of the water, and the edge of the water isn't fuzzy. It's pretty crisp. Now, in the
edge of the water isn't fuzzy. It's pretty crisp. Yeah, because that edge of the water is a wave that's closer towards you, and then you have the mirroring with a mirage.
Guy's an unstable moron, man.
And MCToon knows this, guys. He knows this, but he'll still bring this up every single time.
Oh, absolutely.
He has brain.
Worst case scenario, 24 hours. I'm like, wow. The couple of nights ago, they came out within 2 hours, though, but said worst case scenario, 24 hours. It's coming through the bloody light again. But all I could do is turn the light off, put a basin down, and put a blanket down, and that's soak up the crap. In a minute.
Hey, Godlike, good to see you, man.
Sorry, totally different.
The video that I have of this, I pan over to the right, and you can see a buoy right at the edge of the water there. And I placed where that buoy is. It's about 5 miles out. So this water, the edge of that water is about 5 miles out. That building is 21 miles away.
That building is 21 miles away.
Hello, Matthew, can you hear us now? Hello, Matthew, can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Can you guys hear me?
2 seconds.
Matthew,
Yes.
close
Can you guys
your
hear me?
Matthew,
Yes.
close your YouTube window. You have it
Oh no, I'm
open.
I'm not on YouTube. But yeah, it's like MCToon doesn't realize how far away those things are and how big they should look from the observer's point of view. That's what he's not mentioning. It's like he wants us to think that those buildings are all normal size, close, like near to the observer. But in reality, those things should look really small in the distance, and a little wave in the foreground can something huge in the back. It's like he's purposefully being about that.
It's foreshortening, like my thumb. It's foreshortening, like my thumb.
Yeah, exactly. Like how big does he think it should look if it's 20 miles away? And you should barely even see that building. But that's his proof, is just like being confused about reality. Like everything that MCToon says is either a lie or just a straight up contradiction of what we see. You know?
MCToon.
Hey, thanks for letting me on your show, guys. I appreciate it.
No, it's cool having you on.
I love the joke.
No, it's cool having you on.
I love the joke, dude. Love the joke.
We seem to be having an echo.
I hope it's not me. I'm using headphones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just using headphones right now.
Yeah, I think it's going through you because when you talk, it doesn't echo.
Okay, so it's you guys.
No, it's coming through by you. No, it's coming through by you. Showing it's.
We hear
Okay,
ourselves.
yeah, that's
we
weird.
hear ourselves through you.
Okay, yeah, I don't know why that would be. I'm using headphones right now, and I'm using my cell phone.
I don't know.
It's your connection, because it does it to me too.
I don't know.
It's your connection, because it does it to me too.
Yeah, it could be.
Nice.
Wow.
Anyway, guys, yeah, this is quite cool. Oggy Morris coming. Yeah, this cow close. That cow far away.
Wow.
You see, guys, if I mute Matthew and we talk. Anyway, guys, yeah, this is quite cool.
What's going on now? Why is that
Yeah.
cool?
This cow coming through
close.
PJ.
It's not coming from me.
That cow far
It's definitely not coming from me.
Yeah. Try
away.
muting yourself.
See,
I was on mute when it came through as well. I'll go on mute.
Sounds like
No, it's
proper
you and you
chaos.
talk echoes. So yeah, it's still coming through Matthew. It's showing coming through. Matthew.
No, why is-
It's coming through PJ.
Sounds like proper chaos to me.
Yeah. Okay.
If
I've
Matthew
muted
is
Matthew
muted, I
again.
think it's gonna be okay. Whenever
There we
it
go.
doesn't speak.
Seems
Yeah.
fine now.
Yeah.
Yeah, these coming
Yes.
through Matthew.
I knew it wasn't me because when you said
Yeah,
you
through
said-
Matthew.
I knew it wasn't
Still
me
coming
because
through.
Oh yeah,
oh, it's happening again.
yes.
When you talk as well, PJ, it comes through yours as well.
I don't know how because I had it on mute earlier. When I heard it coming through earlier, I was sitting on the phone over there. It was on mute. Now it
Something
could cancel
really
out.
up.
Oh, do you want us to go out and come back in? All of us. All of us.
Holy Ghost. Holy Ghost.
Yeah, I could hear like almost it when everyone was talking. I could hear there was like a problem. Like some of you guys do have an echo, and I could hear it. But I'm using headphones right now. I'm not having anything else playing.
I think should we all just go out and come back in? I think should we all just go out and come back in?
Yeah. I think so.
Okay, go.
I think so.
Okay, go.
It's funny though. It's funny though. That's funny.
This is like turned into a weird show. This is like turned into a weird show.
What?
Crazy.
Look at everybody go out. Look at everybody go out and I'll get you back in. Everybody go out and I'll get you back in.
Wow.
Who's echoing like that?
I don't know.
Who's
We're trying to
echoing
figure out.
like that?
I don't know. We're trying to figure out. We're trying to figure out.
Let's see it there
Okay,
now.
I think it was Matthew.
It was
Yeah.
Matthew.
It was Matthew. Because that was like crazy. Then PJ was echoing and then Matthew. It was like between the two of them because it was showing on screen here. Let's see. Is it better now?
It's Matthew.
It's Matthew.
It's
Yeah, you
still
sound
Matthew.
good.
Still Matthew.
Yeah, you guys sound good.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Who was doing it? I left and came back.
our sound is yours. Our sound's coming through your. Our sound's coming through your.
Okay, so is it my connection that's bad?
I don't know. I don't know if it's maybe. I don't know if it's maybe picking up twice. Maybe your earphones. Earphones are plugged in for that.
This is really bad, man.
Yeah.
No. See. Also, was it echoing while I was out?
And the speaker doesn't work on my phone.
Now it's plugged in again.
Okay.
Are we good?
Seems to be fine now.
If it's not good, I'll just click.
Yeah, no,
It's okay?
no,
Right,
it's fine.
now.
Yeah, now it's fine. Okay. It's probably not plugged in properly.
Cool.
Okay. Anyway. That was quite intense. But yeah, it's very simple. There's many things to that observation that MCToon made that MCToon just doesn't understand what the hell's going on. And he's been told what's going on there. But he'll carry on pushing it as if it just never heard it before. So that's really odd.
We are missing for flat Earth from the edge of that water there, where those waves are pretty crisp. We're missing 15 miles of ocean, and we're missing at least 20 feet of the beach. We're missing the bottom building. The foundation is a pool. There's a bunch of palm trees, and then we're missing the 5-story building immediately to the left of that Phoenix West number 2 building. All of them are missing.
None of them are missing. They're
Because
in a mirage.
oh,
So not Earth curve.
oh damn.
So when will these people understand optical effects don't mean physical curve?
Is it a
When
higher
they're ready to
roll or
accept
mirage?
the ball's not real.
Take your pictures and go have a mirage sale, bro.
But yeah,
That's
there's
funny.
so much
We don't
wrong
have
with the
curvature
kind of
still, but
arguments
we
these
do
guys
have
bring up.
mirage.
Sorry, Vara?
We do. We don't have curvature to sell, but we do have some mirages. You want higher, lower, what you want?
Yep. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to have to end it here tonight. We'll probably do a part 3 if you guys want to. Type 1 in chat if you want to do a part 3, or type 2 if you think we should.
True, because when you look at things so far away, it's not perfectly clear. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I
No.
Bad connection.
No, don't know what you're saying, dude.
You lost reception.
Sorry, I've got to put a note up this upstairs who's looking from to
I hope you get it sorted, man.
Yes, telephone citizen. This is the same people with the pipes. So it's obviously they've got dodgy pipe. You've had them from where you're at. You've had them from South Africa, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah.
They're so loud.
Crazy. Okay, 1. So we're going to do a part 3 so far, guys?
Well, it's part 3. So number 1 for part 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
And 2 for no.
2 for no. I'm going no.
Big bad 2.
I'm going no this time, dude.
We've got 2 1s. I've got 2-2, so it's tied at the moment, guys. Because I don't even think we need to do part 3 because MCToon has shown that
he's pathetic.
Yeah, he has nothing.
Yeah.
Oggy says 1.
I'm anxiously waiting.
Another
for
2.
No,
Oggy says wait 3.
Oh wow!
Timing each other out for 10 seconds. Wow.
Sandro says 2. Okay, a lot of 2s.
2s have won.
Yeah, so I guess that will be it for this debate. 1
Sorry,
and 2.
Coon, you're just not worth watching.
No, that's it. That's it, dude. I'm sick of the dude. He's an asshole. He's an asshole, man. Simple.
I've seen
He gets told the same thing over and over, like you were saying, and he acts like he's never heard it before. And dude, you know why he's there. You know what he is. Screw him.
But I mean, since we started tonight, all we did was show everything he said was wrong. Hey, Jeff, what's up, man? Jeff says sorry he's late.
Just a little bit.
It's because all your KFCs in Canada are going halal. That's why.
Nice.
We know what
Did you guys hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear that? All the KFCs now are going halal in Canada.
Wow, that's crazy. It's
they're shutting them all up our way.
Oh man, I mean it's the same. Like I go into shops nowadays, and a lot of the sandwiches are all halal.
Yeah, but you know what the issue is? Yeah, just a few years ago, a Muslim guy tried to he had a KFC and he tried to make it halal, and KFC told him, sorry, it's against our policy.
Right.
We can't do it because then we have to take religious
policy.
What's names for all religions.
Mm-hmm.
And now all of a sudden they changes their policies to the Muslims. So the Muslims are allowed to do this. So can the Jews have kosher chicken now? Can everybody? Can the Hindus have special rights for their chickens now as well?
And the Christians have pork and bacon.
Well, what if you don't want any kosher chicken?
Yeah, exactly. What if we don't want to have chicken where they're crying Allah's name over the chicken and causing the thing to bleed to death?
Right. That's right.
I mean,
just wanted to say something before you take off. Are you there?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably be sitting in that same seat that MCToon's in if I take Duffy up on his challenge. I'll keep it warm for him.
Backstage,
Why not?
Well, Roger, I think you do a great job there, by the way.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
I'm half tempted to
I'm
drive out there.
I'm gonna bring somebody with me.
To be there for you.
If you want to call a friend, you're allowed to call a friend. You say,
okay.
I'll be
Get a
on
lifeline.
standby.
It's like, let's make a deal.
Jeff's backstage.
Oh,
huh?
Jeff,
Yeah, it was a great show, guys.
Jeff,
Horrible.
What's up, Jeff?
Sorry.
Oh, I
Good to
missed
see
it
you,
all, didn't
man. So we got to Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Jeff.
How's the Enoch going?
Oh, all right.
Next.
I got a show today.
Yeah, it's Jeff.
At some point, I booked it.
Cool.
But
Cool.
it's about 6 o'clock my time, so.
Oh, is that right? Go away, you absolute
Yeah,
vile
go to that.
asshole. You absolute vile asshole. Piss off.
Vile.
Why
Nice.
Yeah, well, you
How
know what
dare
that
you.
means. Yeah, do you know what that means? I'm not going to
Yes.
say it, but it's the same as it's
It's
somebody
not a
who
nice
can
word.
CA.
Yeah, it's not a
Yeah.
nice word.
No.
Into Leo, you mean?
They're just words. Come on.
It's disgusting.
So yeah, Jeff, have you paid attention to what we've been talking about with McToon's?
Yeah, don't call
Nonsense?
me Michael.
It's nonsense? No. Yeah.
Well, what you think of
What do you
Mr.
think?
Fathead?
What do I think of McToon? He's a toxic loser.
He's a walloper. A big walloper.
That sums it
Toxic
up.
Avenger. The Toxic Avenger.
That was a good movie. Don't put that movie down by associating.
It was
Toon
a
with
good
it.
movie, I know. It was a good movie, actually.
I never seen that.
Nice.
It's a
Go check
trauma
it out.
bill.
It's a B movie, but it's pretty decent when you think about it.
I heard of it.
First
Yeah,
time.
I should
What
probably
movie?
watch it.
The Toxic Adventure. Sorry, Avenger.
Avengers.
I can't even
You
speak
don't
now.
need
Too many.
Nice. Nice.
It's like saying perverbs instead of proverbs.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go there.
No.
So yeah, but I was supposed to debate Luca tomorrow night, but that's off. Luca said he can't make it. So
No,
I'm
we knew that this morning. He
Hold
bought
on.
it out from Roger. Then he says, I need to talk to Flats as well. Something's happened, Flats. Somebody said something to him, like, don't do this or something like that. He he came in keen, didn't he, Roger? Oh, Roger's not there. Oh, he is.
I'm here. Yeah.
He came in keen, didn't he, this morning, asking if it was still on, remember? And then all of a sudden, after I announced it on my channel, he put in private chat, oh, can we reschedule? And then when I was speaking to him, he was like, I could tell by his voice he didn't want to do it. I said, nobody forced you into anything. Don't be peer pressured. But I think
He backed out.
Yeah, he completely ran. And then he said, I need to talk to
Well,
about it.
more than likely, it's because everybody thinks that he's challenged in some way, and I'm not sure that he is. I mean, he might have a lisp and whatever, but I'm not sure that.
No, he is. No, he is. But I think someone's putting him up to this stuff.
Oh, absolutely. I don't care.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is maybe that's what it is, and he's just decided that he wants out. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I just want to point out facts to him. You know, I just wanted to sit him down and like just discuss this. I don't want to berate him with it.
Bro,
I'm not going to do that at
I
all.
did this with him so many times.
Say, Negator typed his words. He's saying Toon is incorrect and full of shit. Yes, I agree.
Oh, absolutely.
Even coming from Negator, that says a lot.
Yeah, but that boy's a full-time troll from what I understand. So.
No.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if he's agreeing with us on that, then there's something wrong here, right?
Look, the thing is,
when the trolls are calling you out as a troll, there's something wrong, bro.
Yeah.
Stop
people like McToon shouldn't be debating biblical scripture, cosmology, and stuff.
No, not at all.
No.
Because I don't. Yeah.
No.
Markless
Being very dishonest on scripture. They don't really want to bring up anything scriptural to make their arguments. And when they do, you saw like MCToon tonight, which is, oh, let me add a caliph in front of there, which wasn't there, and then say it means it's all metaphorical.
All right.
Yeah, if you're in an argument about red and blue, he'll come in and say green and purple, and change the whole thing around. Yeah, that's the way he always does it.
Of course.
He'll find any way. He picks up. He's good. I mean, he's good. He obviously has a talent because he's good at picking out the mental the mental issues that he can, like, he senses what you're trying to seek, and he'll find something to counter it, right? But he'll do it in a way that you don't expect, right? That's what's good about. That's what I think is interesting about Mike, is that Michael, or whatever you want to call him, McToon, is that he is smart when it comes to like challenging somebody on a verbal level. But the problem is that he's wrong and he doesn't want to admit it. And he might actually be a very smart guy, and actually people would really trust what he said if he would just be honest, right? Like, I mean, all you got to do is change your mind. Tomorrow's a different day.
He's done, I think he's dishonest. He has shot any hopes of anybody trusting him.
Absolutely.
Because I tried talking with him, and I tried talking with Luca, and I tried talking with all this Matthew Learns and all these other guys. And it's the same thing. I mean, I beat it like a dead horse, right? Tried to convince them, tried to show them evidence, videos, showed them NASA videos that counter what they believe in, and they were like, "No, I don't accept this." I'm like, really? Like,
guys,
I know you guys are frustrated, but this has been done for years. Trust me, we've been beating that horse for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just go to
I think
Jeff
Flash is trying to go.
He's going to be reading Enoch tonight again at 6 PST specific. So I think that's like 3 a.m. for me.
Yeah, 8 hours ahead for you.
Go read some Jeff. Go listen to Jeff Kunkel's soothing voice as he reads one Enoch.
Absolutely, man.
Really awesome stuff.
And before that, I possibly might have that.
Roger.
Bloody blood.
Are you in a windstorm or something?
Yeah, I'll possibly have my premiere out just before Jeff's. It won't coincide with Jeff's. If it does, then I'll do mine tomorrow. But I'll also be having a monitor. So it's me and Vicky reacting to Peter Sparkley Markley on Flat Earthers Are Cool.
You can always do it now.
What?
You can always let it premiere now when you end.
Well, I can't. No, I've still got a little bit of editing to do.
Okay.
It's not fun. It's not much editing. It's just putting a bit of sound to a bit of music. That's all.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, man. It won't be long. It'll only take me half an hour to do, and then I'll get it.
Because there's a video. Because I was thinking, do you want to make a video to it, or am I going to put a part of it in my documentary? And I'm thinking I'm going to stick in my documentary rather.
Go for it. Yeah.
Because there's a part that really is telling. It will fit perfect in the documentary.
I'll warn you. Vicky got real. Oh, there she is now in chat. Vicky got triggered. Didn't you, babe?
It was bad.
No, I'm telling you.
That
I get triggered as well.
guy needs prayer, guys.
Absolutely.
They don't even know how to write.
I actually felt like I hated them at that point. I did. And I don't really feel hate that often.
I don't hate Peter Markley. I hate what he's doing. I hate his dishonesty.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't hate him. I hate what he's doing. I hate that he's so dishonest. He won't just won't accept he's wrong and just say, I apologize. You know what I mean? Or anything. He's got his pride is just too much that he can't humble himself.
Yeah.
That he'll go on and carry on going and lying and misrepresenting me and saying really sick things about me, by the way, guys.
Absolutely.
You should see some of the chats we have. It's like, dude, he's insulting me non-stop and he doesn't stop.
Yeah, it's awful. It's awful. Yeah, Vicky said there, look, when I asked her, she said it triggered me, but she said no, I was said slightly. He looked demonic. He looked demonic when he was saying it. He did.
He did. 100%.
Absolutely.
So, I think he's trying to get that effect out of people by doing that stuff.
Oh, he just said it was a joke when he did that, by the way.
It's a 9-minute video, but we managed to get 28 minutes out of it because
Have you ever made a joke like that? Has anybody in this panel ever made a joke like that? A religious joke like that? Anybody? Seriously? No.
I just have to say though that
too much respect.
I don't really hate people.
No,
I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to have a very strong dislike for MCToon.
Oh wow, yeah. I don't hate people. It was just my way of expressing it. It was like,
Raza in chat, he was with me on Discord today as Dreamer. Guys, do yourself a favor. Go on the Discord channel. Go under the general chat and look at the thread. Then you'll see exactly what we mean when we say how dishonest this Peter guy is. It's beyond anything. He's making fun of Christianity, literally the way he's going on. He thinks it's a joke to be doing what he's doing. He thinks everything's a joke. It's sad.
Yeah, some people think that means that making fun of other people's religions and beliefs.
I mean,
faith
what's
is
the
funny,
ninth?
right? Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, what is the ninth commandment? Thou shalt not bear false witness against your brother. And he keeps doing it over and over.
Everybody's your brother, by the way.
He's now
not just your buddy.
still pushing robotinism onto me.
I know.
And he's
I know, I
telling
heard about
people
it.
I'm claiming to be divine and a priest,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm a false teacher.
Wow.
It's like the guy, he just has no bounds.
No.
Okay.
Awful, man.
I guess that's what two opposing forces do, right? They accuse each other of being, whatever.
Cheers, Roger. Thanks for coming, man.
Yeah, dude.
And he's proud of it, by the way.
That's even worse.
Yes, absolutely.
That's even worse in my book.
Do you know at the end? Oh, well, I won't because I'm doing it. I'm putting out the thing, but like the little choice he made at the end between, well, should I have felt that way, and was it pleasing to God, that type of thing, and then he doubled down on it, didn't he? I thought he was.
I'm sorry. When has it ever been pleasing to God to insult someone?
Yeah, exactly. It's never been. What did Jesus say? Don't call your brother Raka.
What?
Don't call your brother Raka.
Raka.
It's basically
Raka.
imbecile. It's worse than Raka, Raka, whatever. It's worse than
Like when
imbecile.
you tear your garments, it's like saying I want, like I want to fight or something. Like tearing your shirt off. It's like saying I want to kick. I want to, cause violence on you or something. Yeah, it's basically what it means.
Yeah.
Just imagine Raka, like Raka.
I thought it was pronounced Raka. I didn't know it was Rika or whatever.
Well, I've heard it pronounced Reka is how I've heard it, but that's only because I listen to the Bible tapes, and that's the way they pronounce it in the Bible tapes. So I could be
Judge
wrong.
not, lest ye be judged.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. But
I was going to say even Metallica knows better.
But it's not
There is such thing as righteous judgment.
Not there anymore, though. Which
Yeah,
is
where have you got that from?
right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Look at
That
that.
was Mandela affected, by the way, Jeff.
Hey, my YouTube channel's been Mandela affected, or YouTube is messing about, because I've always told you guys I joined in 2014, and it's always said 2014, and I've always said like this year, 10 years ago I joined, and checked it today, and it was 2013. Can't believe it, man. It's really spooked me out because it was 2014, guys. I know it was. So it's either YouTube messing about, or the Mandela effect's getting stronger. You know what I mean? Yeah, I doubt it's Mandela effect. But I think it's YouTube.
Oh yeah. That's another thing. Rosa said, yeah, we were talking today. Apparently, a sphere is a formless thing.
What? What?
Spheres are formless, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. Oh my god!
Almost. I was going to say almost.
Formless
I don't even know how to
spheres?
react. I don't know whether to laugh or get upset.
Are you incredulated, are you, Jeff?
Like, who said that? Who actually did Peter say
Markley.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah, we're
God,
done.
am I retarded?
In my debate, he said that, and he's
careful,
been doubling down in Discord on it constantly.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, he's so stupid.
Yeah, the guys.
Why? Yeah. What I want to know is how are they so dumb when it comes to that? To how they play their tricks, but yet they act like as if they're so smart about everything else. It just doesn't make sense. It's like total, like, I don't know. It's backwards, upside down, right?
Yep.
It's inside out and backwards. It's like, what the hell are they talking about? Yeah, it's like
I just want to hear his
their arguments.
explanation for it.
Yeah, really.
Nothing.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
I don't know if that'll help us, but
Let's go.
Okay, so PJ, you're gonna plug your show.
Yeah, like I said, I'll have a premiere later on tonight, and if it's not tonight, I'll do it tomorrow afternoon, just so it doesn't clash with Jeff. But I should be able to get it out just before Jeff's Enoch. If I don't, then yeah, it'll be tomorrow. But I'll still be having a morning coffee. Don't know what it's about yet, because I've been concentrating on the video. But, yeah, it'll be about something. Tomorrow
What if
night.
you-
My show isn't on for a while, so like right now it's 2 p.m. my time,
Right.
so it's
Yeah,
in
you still
4
got 4
hours.
hours.
Like 4 hours.
Okay, yeah, I might be able to do it in that time. I should do it
Yeah.
in that time. Yeah.
I think you should, unless you run into some issues.
No,
At
it should
least
be okay. It
6
should be
p.m.
okay. Should be okay. I mean, I did run into an issue once where I thought something was wrong with it, with my computer or something. It wasn't. It was just once you were trying to upload your videos to YouTube, they weren't processing.
Well,
and then I seen a video the next day of someone saying, "Yeah, YouTube wasn't processing last night."
PJ,
So
if you want to actually have something, like I said, I listened to that part, that second time Will Duffy went on to that Kingdom in Context with Sean. Because he went on another time. He went second time on. And I think you'll
Okay.
find that conversation quite interesting.
Might do something on that then, yeah. Got you.
You went on a second time?
Yeah, he went on the second time. And he
Ah.
called him out for his lies. And he carried on lying on the second time on his stream, where he actually got him to like lay his hand on the Bible and say, "Are you being truthful to me or not?"
Oh, wow.
More than once.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
You don't do that. Don't do that.
I don't care how desperate I am. I'll never like.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah,
yes,
I'm not
yes,
gonna-
no. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's quite an interesting discussion.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Cheez-Its.
See, the problem is this whole Will Duffy thing. It's based on dishonesty and deception. So he keeps contradicting what he says, and that's why no one trusts it.
Aye. That's it.
Well, he's just not being honest. That's the problem.
Nope. So yeah, thanks all for coming. I think it was a great show.
Decent, right? Absolutely.
It was great having
Good
everybody.
show.
Thank you for coming. If you haven't already, guys, do hit the likes, share the show. I do appreciate you all. I need to get into bed. I feel like an ice block right now.
How are you cold?
Freezing.
I'm actually quite warm. It's weird.
When are we going to do our biblical cosmology challenge?
We should.
I think that
challenge,
would be
eh?
an interesting discussion.
Challenge.
A challenge, you
Continue where we
say?
left off last time.
Yay! We've just hit 0 degrees. Woo!
Ooh,
I wanna-
really? Wow.
What?
Well, we were
That's
minus 10 degrees Celsius the other night.
Didn't think that was possible in South Africa.
It's snowing all around
That's
us.
balmy
why.
weather.
Yeah, for you it's summer. You in this weather, he goes out in his pink speedo.
Yeah. Hey, it's not pink. It's orange.
Yeah, get the color straight, bro. Like.
Hey, for me in the bush, it's quite cold, man. No, you see, the thing is, it's snowing all around us, so we just get in the cold.
Aye.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks. I said it will be worth it if it snowed you at least. Then that's fine. Then it can be cold. But just to get the cold without those snow, then it's like,
Well, of course. At least if you got
You
this.
get snow every out there, Flats?
now and then you get places that get it, but it's
Yeah.
very uncommon in South Africa.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
I
only
sent,
seen snow once in my life,
I sent
really?
Flats a video of snow about a year ago.
and it wasn't really thick.
I've seen enough snow for everybody.
Well, yeah, of
And
course.
the problem is,
Same here.
the problem is the first time and the last time I saw snow
I've
wasn't
been to
really
Minnesota.
wasn't actually a very good time for me because it's the last time I got to see my dad. So it's
Oh,
like it was a happy time to see snow, but a sad time to see it because it reminds me. It's like, you know what I mean?
Of course. Absolutely. Yeah, I get you, man.
But
We was
yeah,
talking about things like that earlier on today, to be honest, on my show. Yeah. I actually got an old video of my dad up. It was so. It was 90s and it was VHS. It was terrible. It was so terrible. That's the only thing I've got of to see my dad at. He's on YouTube. You know what I mean? A video from the 90s got uploaded. Obviously, I don't know how they did it from VHS to digital, but the quality is awful. But I know it's my dad. You know what I mean? It's weird because I see him moving and stuff. And he's dead, you know what I mean? And I haven't got any photos of him, so it's cool for me. I just go in every now and again and have a look.
yeah.
But
Okay.
I shared it with YouTube. I shared it with the guys. But yeah, sorry, stop talking. You need to finish.
No stress, man. Okay, cheers, guys. Thanks for coming. Really, really awesome stuff. Many blessings.